Hi, I'm Keith. I joined up with Star Wars Reporter about a year ago, right before covering the Star Wars Weekends 2015. And recently I've been a little bit more active, started writing some articles, and my first article was based on the 10 movies that are potentially coming out from Disney, Star Wars movies, in the future. Now, it was all guesswork, no spoilers, but in doing research for this, I was trying to find out what the stars had said and everything, and about that same time, a couple weeks ago, there was a interview of sorts. It was really more like a comedy act at Oxford with Mark Hamill, and I had thought that there was some things said there that were maybe spoilers or questionable. Well, I watched it, and first thing I got from it was incredibly entertaining. Second thing I got was he must have been working with James Arnold Taylor on refining his act, let's just say, because it's great. Seriously, he should take it on the road. Anyway, I saw the clip that they were talking about, and I get why people think it was a spoiler, because they're thinking Rey, the character, and Luke, the character, but let me show you.
Now, I completely understand. You can't give any spoilers. But when you went to the first table read, did you look at Daisy Ridley and think, she looks like me?
Oh, you clever minx. I think it might become disoriented and start spilling spoilers left and right. First of all, when I read, I said, wait a second, why am I going to fly 6,000 miles for a table listen? But I said, oh, I get it. Because, I mean, if I don't show up to the table read, that'll become a story in and of itself. I better show up, right? And every person had a specific place to sit. It's not like we just wandered in and just sat down. You sit here, you sit here, you sit here, you sit here, so forth. So I was across from Carrison and Harry, and Daisy was right in between them. And I thought, see, now they start reading things into it, because when they saw the photograph, they said, well, she's got to be the daughter of Han and Leia, because look at where she's sitting. And I was sitting next to Anthony Daniels, who's C-3PO. What was the question?
I asked if you thought that Daisy Ridley...
So that's probably part of where people got that, oh, he almost slipped up. No, he was telling a story and he forgot where he was. Believe me, it happens. Anyway. And so he asks him again.
I asked if you thought that Daisy Ridley looked like you in some small way.
Well, no, that didn't really enter into it. I mean, I'd read the script by that point, and it's clear that they don't really want you to know what her background is or where she came from. I saw the parallels. I thought, well, she's living in the desert sort of aimlessly, and I saw the parallels with my character and so forth. And heritage is so important in the Star Wars films, I mean, we didn't realize at the time, the whole thing that Vader's the father and so forth, and, when Return of the Jedi came along, because George, always made it seem like he had all of these mapped out in his head. And then when I read that Leia and I were long separated twins, I said, hey, no, wait a minute. Is he trying to top Vader's, that he's Dad Vader? I mean, come on. Because I thought, if anything, let's go for broke. Let's have them unmask Boba Fett, and it's my long lost mother, who's working for the Resistance as a double agent. It's hard to top Vader's the father. I mean, that's the all-time, twist ending of them all. So we sort of thought, did he tack that on? I mean, we couldn't really figure that out. And I do remember at one point when we were rehearsing a scene up in the dressing room with Kirsch, and I said, well, wait a second. So she's my sister, Princess Leia. Does that mean that Luke is royalty too? And Carrie went, no. And I thought, okay, just asking. But it really made me laugh to think how, she really at that point, first of all, she loved being the only girl in the movie. And of course, she loved being a princess. Who wouldn't? Come on. But again, it surprised me. I was taken aback at how adamant she was that, no, you're a farm boy. Talk about getting the, short end of the stick. My daughter was just saying on the ride over, she's raised in the lap of luxury and eating fagua and drinking fine wine, and I'm out, working on a rusty moisture evaporator, sort of, but it is what it is. But no, I didn't think so much that. I just thought Daisy was incredible. She's so genuine, so appealing. She's just lovable. And she's just luminous. I mean, she just beams. She's just got a wonderful, wonderful charisma about her, and I just adore her. She's roughly my daughter's age, and that's how I relate to her. Even though, oh, wait a minute. I knew all you smarties would drag it out of me. No,
So that's the part that everybody thinks, oh, well, he told us, oh, he slipped, he got it out. No. He's telling a story about Carrie Fisher, the human that he worked with as a job, and that his daughter was talking to him about that story, and he's looking at his daughter in the stands and thinking, that's how I relate to, that's where we went wrong. He's thinking, Daisy Ridley, the human, reminds me of my daughter. And we're thinking, ooh, Luke Skywalker said that Rey is his daughter. Look, there's very few Force-sensitive people. Chances are she's somebody's daughter, or maybe Obi-Wan's granddaughter, or who knows. So maybe by coincidence, Rey is Luke's daughter. But clearly, Mark Hamill was talking about Daisy Ridley, that he thinks of her like his daughter that was feet from him in the audience. So that's all I have to say about that.